It's a whole new world we live in. Look around your Everybody wants to be a master. Everybody wants to show their skills. Everybody wants to get there faster. Make their way to the top of the hill. Each time you try, gonna get just a little bit better. Each time you climb one more step up the ladder. It's a whole new world we live in. It's a whole new way to see. It's a whole new place with a brand new attitude. But you still gotta catch on up. Be the best that you can be. Look around your toe. It's a whole new world we live in.
It's time for the championship race of Season 9 of the NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series. This is it, folks. It all ends here. After 35 races, we have reached our 36th and most important race of the season, coming at you from Zandjultis, the world's most famous NR 2003 track, where things can go crazy in just a blink of an eye. And this is why it's the host of our championship race that'll have 4 drivers compete for the championship. All they have to do is finish very high, and hopefully their opponents don't finish ahead of them. So the highest finisher of the top 4 that'll be competing for the championship will be crowned your Season 9 champion. For the rest of the field, though, they just want to win at all costs, and they'll do anything to get that win, even wrecking out the top 4, which is possible because this track is unpredictable and you never know what happens next. So anything happens in Zandjultis. That's what makes this track so special. So anyway, here we go. Let's go through the starting lineup for the championship race. Your pole set will be the 21 of Jordan Davis. On the outside, former champion, the 43 Nick Barney. In row 2, it's Mason Wood and Connor Breton. In row 3, it's Michael White and Zachary Chambers. In row 4, it's PJ Williams and Aaron Frank. And rounding out your top 10 are the Walkers, Luke and Leah Walker. Now, you're probably wondering, which of the 4 are going to be competing for the championship, and where are they going to be starting today's race? Well, for those top 4, last season I had them start in the first 2 rows, the top 4 positions that are occupied by Davis, Barney, Breton, and Wood. That was last season. This season, though, I've added a little bit of a twist. The top 4 competitors will be starting in the last 2 rows of the field, the bottom 4 starting positions. And I added that because hopefully with this way the champion won't be decided until the checkered flag waves, until we have a true race for the title. Because last season it was pretty much said and done halfway through the race, and about halfway through the race, and that's no fun. So I've twisted things up and have those top 4 start in the back of the pack. So that way they could work their way up for crucial points, and whoever finishes the highest out of the 4 will win the championship. So now let's go through your 4 drivers that will be competing for the title. And first up, starting in dead last, it'll be the 94 Jonathan Scavnicky. He's a veteran of the Pole One Cup this season. He's been pretty close a couple times in the championship run, and this is probably the closest he's ever been. He's looking to take that 94 McDonald's machine to a championship. In 41st, it'll be Jeffre Buckeye in the 66. This is his second straight season in the Final Four since that was implemented last season, so he's had experience as a finalist last season, and he hopes to do a lot better. He was runner-up last season to the man we're about to show you coming up. But Jeffre Buckeye, he looks for that championship he finally deserves. And in starting 40th is the guy who won last season's championship, Jason Trost, in the number 20. Trost has, like I said, he is a defending champion of Pole One Cup in season 8. He's looking to become the first driver in Pole One Cup history with 2 championships and win them back to back. A feat that has been rarely done in other series, going back to back. So Jason Trost trying to join history, trying to make history in Pole One Cup by winning the championship. And last but not least, the favorite to win the championship, longtime veteran Charles Sandfer in the 25. Charles Sandfer is the favorite to win. He is on the highest starting position of all the 4, but that doesn't guarantee good results. Gotta earn your way up to win the championship, but Sandfer does have a bit of an advantage in today's race. Sandfer has been a long time Pole One Cup driver. He's just recently added himself as the 4th driver with double-digit wins in the Pole One Cup career. Jason Trost, he's looking to become a back-to-back champion. Jeffre Buckeye is the first driver to go back-to-back in the Super Snack 500, win 2 of them. That's how he got in this chase. And John Scavnicky is looking to make a name for himself by winning the championship, looking to lead the McDonald's machine to a victory. And that is your finalist for the championship race. Whoever finishes higher in the final results will be declared your champion. I apologize for background noise in the back. They're doing errands right now, so my apologies if you're hearing music behind me. I'll try to do the best I can to provide you the best coverage for this season's Pole One Cup championship race. Oh, now it's quiet, so hopefully it'll be better when it comes as the races go by. So anyway, here we go. The moment you've been waiting for. Time to hear those famous words in motorsports for our Season 9 championship race, where a title will be on the line. So here we go.
Drivers, start your engines!
Cars are rolling off the track, and we'll certainly try to keep an eye on the top 4 competitors for the championship, as they'll be starting in the rear of the field. All 4 of them will start in the rear of the field. This is going to set up a very interesting fight for the championship. But right now, Jordan Davis is going to lead us 21 laps. It'll take us to determine a champion, hopefully not fewer. We're hoping it's not going to be fewer. We're hoping it's going to be all the way to the very, very end. Here we go, fans on their feet. Pace car coming down a pit road. Jordan Davis going to take the green flag here in the 9th running of the NASCAR Pole One Cup Series Championship race at San Joltes. Right now, Sandfer off to a great start for the top 4. He's already made the move on Jacob Lawler. But as you know, one little slip-up could change the outcome of a race forever, so 4 wide ahead of him. He's got to be careful. Charles Sandfer. He's pulling away over everybody else. A great start for him. Buckeye, well, he's there. And then there's Trost and Scavnicky. Well, Scavnicky's just trying to get used to the line. And look at Charles Sandfer go. He's going on the bottom. He's passing everybody. But again, one little slip up could change the outcome of a race. Oh boy, are they going to 4 wide for the lead? They might. Alex Bush led lap number 1. 5, 6 wide. Oh boy. Oh, there they go. Everybody's wrecking. There they go. Oh no, Scavnicky, Trost, they're in it. And Sandfer too. Sandfer's in it too. Wow. I told you. One wreck could change the race. And sure enough, like 3 of the 4 involved. Where's Buckeye? Did he make it out? Did Buckeye make it? He did. Buckeye made it. Wow. We might have undecided our champion even before we head to lap number 5. Wow, what a bad move for me, folks. Caution's out. Leader is Alex Bush. Oh man, what a wreck. And it's going to certainly change the outcome of the championship forever. Let's look at the wreck from Jason Trost's view. His view. Now let's look at the wreck from John Scavnicky's view. Almost had a clean getaway, but the 7 got him. The 7 flipped him. Let's hope it's not going to be too much damage. And finally, let's show you the wreck from the view of Jeffre Buckeye. Wow, what a save! What a save! That might have been the save that clinches the championship for Jeffre Buckeye. What a save. That is incredible. Now let's show you the wreck in its entirety. And PJ Williams was off flying. As you see right here, bumped by Joshua Michaels and Nick Barney. And everyone else on that line got in it. Mason Wood, Aaron Frank. PJ Williams had the worst of it. Aaron and James Shelley, Zach Goldback, Daniel Coffey, Charles Sandfer. You see Jacob Cook. And let's get one more onboard camera in there, shall we? Let's get one from PJ Williams. What a mess. Now it's time for the biggest moment possibly of the season. Who has retired from the race? Lawler has retired. Mason Wood has retired. Whoa, that was a close race to the line. It's George Rourke. Rourke's out first. Buckeye's also out of pit road. Let's see who else. Scavnicky's out. Washer's retired. Sandfer and Trost still on pit road. They haven't retired yet. Those four have not retired from this race yet, so they could become a factor later on. Let's keep an eye on them until they get out of pit road. Trost is out of pit road, and so is Charles Sandfer. All four of our final four are going to race on, but they'll have a disadvantage, though. You never know, though. A wreck in the front could get them back up on top. You never know. Your leader coming into the line again, your new leader is going to be George Rourke. Rourke is now taking the lead. Buckeye moves to 14th. Scavnicky to 23rd. Sandfer 34th. And Trost 31st. Washer, Jacob Lawler, Mason Wood are done. James Shelley, P.J. Williams, Joshua Michaels. Michaels and Williams are done. No word on Shelley. He's going to come out, he's going to continue to race. So he'll be on the bottom of the leader when we get back to the restart. This should be interesting. George Rourke's the leader. Dylan Thoreau, Nick Parasols make up the podium. Jack Blake and Zachary Fitzwater in the top 5. And the highest Final Four driver is currently Buckeye 14th. Again, though, with all the Final Four drivers still in it, still alive, we could see a front wreck. And these guys, if they avoid it, they could save themselves. They could still win the championship if another wreck occurs and then takes out the highest Final Four driver, Jeffre Buckeye. So no, hope is not lost for our Final Four drivers as we go back to green. George Rourke, great start for the 36. Here comes the 11 of Jack Blake. Running in second right now, Blake trying to close in on the 36. And Blake's now up to second. He's closing in on George Rourke with drafting help from Matthew Fuller. Let's show you an update of Buckeye. He's moving, well, he's on the high side though, so not yet a factor though. He should be worried though, because that high side is never the preferred line. John Scavnicky, he's trying to use that to his advantage, trying to stay on the bottom until he can be able to make a move on Buckeye. Doesn't have as much speed as he had in the start of the race, so he needs all the drafting help he could get. Sandfer is up in front. He has damage. He needs to get a lot of draft enough to continue to race it again. Jason Trost, he's at a disadvantage now. He's now going to have to battle with Sandfer and the others to see who would be higher when something else, another incident happens. They got pretty down. Bush in the wall. Ooh, Alex Bush not having a great start today. He had the lead early under the caution, but now he's dropped off. Scavnicky, he's got no drafting help. He needs a lot of help. And a lot of drafting help if he wants to stay a competitor in the championship. He's going to need Buckeye to fall face enough in order to compete. Oh no, is he going to pit? No, he's not going to pit. If they pit, it's going to be a game changer, because those pit stops, though, are very difficult to get in. They're a lot. Getting into pit road in this track is a lot more difficult than it looks. And a lot of drivers miss the pit window. They go too fast, and they just flat out miss it. That could happen to that could happen to several drivers. We could see one of the Final Four drivers suffer that same fate. So when that time comes, Well, you never know. When that time comes, though, it could change the outcome forever. Again, with all the final 4 drivers alive in the hunt. Even though the others are not as fast as they were at the start of the race, could still set up an interesting twist. Jack Blake led the last lap, but this lap is going to go to Nick Parasols. However, the 42 is going to go down. Oh, look at this. They're coming down right now. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. They better not miss it. And Parasols, he aims it perfectly. 27 as well. Oh, no. Scavnicky missed it. Scavnicky has missed it. That might have ended his chase chances there. Wait a minute. He's coming back up. No, he saves it. Wow. I thought he was a goner. And Sandfer on pit road right now, and oh no, Connor. Oh, Trost missed it. Trost missed it. Trost had the slowest car in the final 4. He's not going to be able to repeat a championship. He missed the pit stall, and he has to run back all over again at a much slower speed. Oh, wow. That's going to be it for the 20s championship hope, hoping to become a 2-time champion. So this year's going to have a new champion. Charles Sandfer trying to be that new champion. Then Scavnicky 94. Still on pit road. They got to quickly hurry up because these guys are coming in front of them. Oh, no. Buckeye stayed out. The only final 4 driver that did not yet to pit, is the 66 Jeffre Buckeye. And a couple drivers missed their stalls too. Dylan Young, John McNamara, Michael White, Zeke Marley. Oh my gosh, there's like a lot of drivers that didn't make it to pit road. There's a lot more than there was before. Oh man. Let's hope Buckeye doesn't become a victim, because if he is, that's going to really change the race. And the other final 4 drivers could be still in it to win it. But if he does pit perfectly, if he makes it on time, it's not going to be such a big deal. 10 laps to go for the 66. Lead laps, though, is not going to not really going to count. It's just position. It will be determined by the position. Buckeye's coming down. Buckeye's coming down. Here they go. Oh, they all made it. Just made it. Everyone makes it. Everyone makes it. They just made it. Oh, that was a close call. My gosh. A close call. The 20 is already down a lap in 31st. Well, that's a tough break for them. And Buckeye led the lap, though, so first final 4 driver, probably the only one to lead a lap today. But again, Zentjoltis, you never know what happens. 10 laps to go. It's still plenty of time for many twists to come. Scavnicky's now 36. And the other Ford competitor, Charles Sandfer, where is he at? Oh, he's right there behind, drafting Nick Barney up on the side. But Jeffre Buckeye might have it locked up unless, though, an incident happens. We've only had 1 caution today, which I think we're on the verge of having a very rare Zentjoltis race with only 1 caution. I don't think I've ever heard of a Zentjoltis race with no cautions in general, but this might be the fewest cautions in a Zentjoltis race that we've ever had. Just 1. We had a long green flag run, then another caution came out after the green flag run for whatever reason, and it really changed the race. Got a lot of other drivers back in it. As John Scavnicky is going to pass the 20 of Jason Trost. Of course, Trost the slowest car on the final 4. That's for 35th right now, and they are down a lap, so it's going to have to take a miracle now. It's going to have to take more than a miracle to get back on the track. So it'll be down to either Charles Sandfer, unless Sandfer's lapped. Is Sandfer a lap down? He's still first. No. He's now 24th. He's back on the lead lap. He's still on the lead lap. Still a chance, though, for the 25. He still has a chance. And they ruled the 17 as the leader. The 17, that was David Rochester. We never concentrated much on the lead. We're only concentrating on the final four until this lead change is sorted out. But I think the new leader might be Alex Bush. I might have a good idea. Alex Bush might be your new leader. Young's on pit road. It might be Alex Bush, unless if Dylan Young gets out like ahead of the 12 at the time, and he's far behind. So here they come to the stripe. There'll be 9 laps to go, and Dylan Young's out on pit road. Let's see if they'll catch up to him though. Gonna be race. No, actually, no. The 12's the leader. 12 is the leader, so this is gonna be the battle for the lead. They've already passed through the 1. 11, 12. Look at the battle for the lead. It's Jack Blake, your new leader. Nick Parasol's on his draft as well. He's now up to 2nd. And look at this, Kyle Collins, he's running in the top 5. Collins, he was eliminated from the final 4 after being a hard charger to the front. But Collins, he's trying to end this season with a win. Collins, though, is trying to end this season with a win either way. He'll do anything for that. Seth Cole runs in 5th right now with Luke Walker. Luke, by the way, won the very first championship race at Zandjoltis. Hasn't won really in Zandjoltis since. So they're going to change that, though. Seth Cole on the bottom. He's been familiar with this track a lot. I think he won here once, if I'm not mistaken. And Alex Bush, he dropped off early in the race, but he's now made a charging comeback. Buckeye right now in the driver's seat for the championship. He is in the top 10. Thanks to the big wreck we had with 3 of the 4 drivers involved, and Buckeye was the only one that didn't get in it. So Jeffrey Buckeye could finally get his championship he so deserved. He's worked hard. He's won the Super Snack 500 twice in 2 seasons in a row, and he's looking to end that with a championship win. Where's now the 25? Where are the other 3? Charles Sandfer runs in 24th. He's the only other legitimate competitor for Jeffrey Buckeye since he is on the lead lap. The others, John Scavnicky's 31st. He is down a lap. Well, no, he's back on the lead lap. It's gonna have to take a miracle. 33rd is Jason Trost. Again, it's gonna have to take a miracle. Oh boy, they might be approaching the lap car Dylan Young. These leaders might be closing in on the 1 of Dylan Young, the lap car. So I wonder if that's going to be a factor for these drivers today to get the win. It's been a mixed up race. Coffee again misses pit road. Coffee tried to get on pit road and he once again missed the pit stall. Oh boy. These guys are still missing pit stalls. Scavnicky made it clean. Sandfer clean. Trost clean. They're going to pit again. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting. They're going to pit with 5 laps to go. This is going to be interesting. Buckeye's going to stay out for at least another lap. He's just trying to slope up as much as he can or hope for a caution flag. So that it allows them to slow up to pit road using just caution speed. But if there's no caution though, he'll have to do it on his own. He just made the pass on the 32 Connor Vale. It's going to hand the lead, by the way, over to Kyle Collins. He's now your new leader. But Jeffrey Buckeye will keep an eye on him if he misses his pit stall. It could be open opportunity for the other drivers to make a comeback. Right now, the 66 is not focused on battling the 32. So here we go. 5 laps to go, coming into 4 laps to go. Let's see if Buckeye chooses to pit. He's going to come down pit road, but we got to see if he makes it. And he does make it perfectly again. So a much needed pit stop for the 66, and he made it through a clean getaway. So No need to worry. Oh, but wait. Big concern is if Sandfer, we'll see if Sandfer can make up time. If Charles Sandfer can make up time against the 66. That is the question that needs to be answered. If the 25 is going to be able to make enough time to get in front. But I don't know if that's going to be the case. I somehow doubt it. Trost is down a lap and so is Scavnicky, but Sandfer is on the lead lap, so that could be something. 4 laps to go. At this point, the next caution flag will end the race, so Buckeye's hoping for the caution to come out so that they can finally clinch his championship. But again, still, 4 to go. Anything can happen in a matter of time. The 17 was ruled the leader. Sandfer was 27th. He was a lap down, so no advantage for him. We'll look around and see if Buckeye's out there. Oh no! He spun out! He spun out! Are you kidding me? He just spun out! Someone spun the 66! I hope it's not much damage he can lose the title to! He just spun out! It was just a couple laps away from winning the championship, and he spun out! Are you kidding? Wow! He just spun out! Who spun him out? Just when you thought Buckeye had the chase in the championship in the bag, this happens. Watch this. He was running third, and then Jack Blake came right up at him and spun him out. I don't know what it was about. I don't know why the 11 did that. I guess he was really mad at Buckeye at something. Or I think he was trying to just battle for position. Well, it's not for position. He was like, where was he? Where was Buckeye? He was running 20th. And I don't know what that was about. I really don't know what that was about anyway. But if the damage is enough, though, Buckeye could be out of the race and that championship might be gone. He had the highest running of all the final 4 drivers, and he wrecks out. Can he still save? Possibly? Can he still save it? It was a turn away too. He crosses the line before Sandfer could, but then, man, that would have been close. That would have been really tough. But does he have to pit though? The question is, does he have to pit? Someone already took the caution before. Was I think the 17. Oh, I think Seth Cole might be the leader. We'll get official word. We'll also get official word if Buckeye will continue the race, because if he does not continue the race, that could be troublesome. All from the looks of it, he might be surviving, but now he's in 21st. And this race will end under caution, since it happened with 3 laps to go. Oh boy, I think Luke Walker, he's the leader under the white flag with 1 lap to go. Let's see the finish. Let's see the order right now that they're going in. Oh no, Rochester is the leader. They're saying David Rochester is the leader. Again, I don't know how that's the case, because Rochester is in the back of the pack and Luke Walker's out in front. But Buckeye's 21st, Sandfer is 24th, and the 66 is not going to pit, so good job in saving that, because that would have been a scary moment right then and there. Boy, would have that been scary. Jeffre Buckeye almost lost it. I think if he hangs on, he's going to win the championship. It's going to be down to either Buckeye or Sandfer. Maybe Scavnicky or Trost can move up to the front if these guys actually mess up. So here we go down the final corner. We don't know who the winner is going to be officially, but we'll see. Here they come down the final corner. Will any of the final 4 pit? Here it comes. Final corner. Let's see. No takers, so here comes the white flag, and I think it's going to be Luke Walker winning it here in Zandvoorts. Wait a minute, what? They're saying the 17 won. David Rochester. It does not make any sense at all. I don't know how Rochester's out in front, all the others ahead of him. It's so weird. We have to look at this. We really have to take a look at this. Yeah, Rochester was on pit road when the caution flag came out. Did the caution come out? No, the caution did not come out when we crossed the line, so... Okay, well, he was there. Rochester went on pit road. When did the caution strike? 3 laps to go. We have to take a look at this because they say David Rochester is the winner of this race, but I don't know. Because he just went on pit road. If he had a massive lead, I would understand that, but he crossed the line. There was the caution flag. There it was. There was the caution flag. And by then, the 17 was out of pit road. Oh, there was no, there was no battle for second, so. Did David Rochester cross the line in first? Wait a minute. He didn't even get in his pit, he didn't even get in on his pit stall when the caution came out, so. Yeah, he didn't get in, so, when the caution came out with 3 laps to go. And then someone must have hit the stripe. He had a 34-second lead. Did Rochester stay alive in the hunt? Or was he passed by Luke Walker when the caution flag came out? This is a confusing finish. I honestly don't know. Let's just take a look. There's the car coming out. Luke Walker, I think, passed through. No, he was under caution speed. Wait a minute, the leader crossed the line. The 17 had already crossed the line before the caution flag was struck. He had the lead on lap number 18. Right here, this was becoming lap number 19, and proof there, the flagman did not wave the caution flag when David Rochester had the lead. He still had the lead, but it was still green. He went to pit road, and yeah, nothing else. Everyone else went to pit road as normal, and then he had the lead when pit stops came around. I think when Luke Walker crossed the stripe, I don't know. We do know Kyle Collins, he crossed the stripe. Yeah, Collins crossed the stripe on lap 18. There was no lap 18. Oh yeah, there wasn't lap 18. Collins crossed it in line first. This is his pit stop. Buckeye was just taking a pit stop, and I guess Blake was in the way of Jack Blake, and then the wreck happened, and then the caution came out for that wreck. Right there, that was the wreck. Oh man, if his damage was even worse, he would have been out of the race. Hands down, he would have lost the championship on that move. That would have been a controversial move. He was able to keep it to the line before anybody else could challenge him. So, a very, very close call. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I thought he retired. So I was going to say, he might have retired. So, I have no clue what just happened in terms of the leaders. Rochester took the lead with 3 to go. That was before the caution came out. He comes out of pit road when the caution came out. He did not even make it to his stall before the caution flag came out. And then by the time he came in, caution flag was out. He came out. Luke Walker had since passed him with 3 to go. I don't understand. I'm not trying to... Well, of course, I know it's one of my own drivers, I'm saying. But I'm just saying, though, because it's strange. And it's unusual because... Did the 17 get out ahead? No, the 17 was... I don't think the 17 was out ahead. I'm going to try to clear this confusion as much as possible. There was the wreck. Did Luke Walker clearly pass the 3? Because I don't know if I saw him pass the 3, but it already crossed the line. Did they take the caution already, or did they have to slow down because... Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Rochester's there then. Luke Walker should have passed him by now. Okay. Onboard camera of Luke, let's show you what happened. He passed Rochester out of pit. Wait a minute, no! He never passed Rochester. The caution came out. Luke actually never passed Rochester for the lead. But yeah, they're either gonna give him the win or something. But the caution came out. He had already taken the line. He already took the green flag before the caution came out. So right there, 3 to go. So that was probably why I was confused, because he took it on lap 19 right there. That was before caution came out. Then all of a sudden the caution just came out and froze the field. That doesn't happen in R2-3. That happens in Sprint Cup, but it doesn't happen in R2-3. It should have never happened in R2-3. I have no clue. Honestly, I have no clue. Let's hope they'll clear it up in the final official results. Otherwise, we might have to compromise or something. I don't know. We may have 2 winners in the championship race. It means nothing. It only means the final 4, but still, though, it is a pretty strange finish. Because they had like a 3-minute win. That doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense at all. It's a little bit of confusion. I mean, wow. Okay, yeah, so these cars were supposed to be apparently lapped or something, and alrighty guys, the results are in, and apparently David Rochester, they still called him the winner with everyone else being a lap down. That completely wrecks the entire official standings. But well, yeah, I could change up the points, but just to let you know that everyone's a lap down for some strange reason. We know that Rochester, he took the lead with 3 laps to go. When he crossed the line, the caution was not out. The caution was out when he came on pit road. Rochester was on pit road when Buckeye spun, and he didn't even get on pit road on his own pit stall when the caution came out. Then he comes out of pit road, they're on the caution speed, pace car comes out along with them, and he's still ruled as the leader. Which I don't understand. The reason is because they race to the caution. Drivers race to the caution instead of freezing the field in NR2-3. And I didn't understand that because he already took the line. Everyone else should get at least 1 more lap around, and lap 20 should have been completed under green. So a bit of a confusing finish. We may have 2 winners this time, another 2-win race. So David Rochester and Luke Walker will be credited as winners because this is the last race of the season. It's not going to matter much in terms of points because we have our final 4. And so I guess we have 2 winners today. David Rochester and Luke Walker. They will be getting winner points for their victories. So we're going to have 2 winners this time for the season finale, just to clear things up. So, and let's see how your final 4 finish. You already know by now, but I'm just going to suspense you a little bit there before we make it official. Jason Trost came in 30th, Scavnicky 25th, Sandfer 21st, and Jeffre Buckeye in 18th. Despite that spin, Jeffre Buckeye is your Season 9 NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series champion. So he survives the night just barely to capture the title. And there he is right now. He just barely got through that wreck. That one wreck against Jack Blake, who finished 11th. And he barely got through that to win the championship. What a night for the 66. And we congratulate him finally getting the championship he deserves. Comes home with the championship for Season 9 of the NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series. Boy, was it a hard-fought season till the end, and it certainly wasn't decided until the very last lap, and boy, was that a confusing, controversial result. Probably the strangest finish of a season finale ever. But nevertheless, though, our Season 9 has wrapped up, and we'll have a recap on all 42 drivers from this season when we later. But later, we'll get there in a minute or two. Jeffre Buckeye going to be your Season 9 champion, and David Rochester, Luke Walker will split the win in the season finale because of a glitch, of the one-lap glitch, which I thought never would happen in Zenjoltis, but it did. But anyway, here comes the final unedited points, the final results, the final unedited points, and the driver show, whatever we call it. So here we go. Alrighty guys, this is your unedited point standings, what we could have used if we did not have a chase this season. These are all have been unedited and all saved for Race Points Manager. I still import the races to Points Manager just for the heck of it, to see the points at the end of the season if we didn't have a chase. So Seth, Cole, Michaels, and Rochester, they were replacement drivers. But they had a couple wins. They had a total of 4 wins for them. A total of 4 wins. Not bad. Not bad at all. They did pretty well. They actually did very, very well as replacement drivers. They did pretty well as replacement drivers. Sorry, I had interrupted a bit there. But anyway, they did pretty well. 4 wins in total for them. Not a bad season. If only they could have stayed early in the early season, in the early stage of the season. They would have been big factors in the championship. Anyway, Kyle Thomas was the lowest of them all, 42nd. But like I said, he didn't lose his ride. Well, he was in the 2, I think. He had the lowest point standing of any other drivers this season. And it was a pretty tough season in general for the 42. He had 1 win, but it wasn't enough for him to get in the chase because of his low point standing. He was in 42nd in the points, and that was a tough run ahead for the team. So hopefully Thomas will do better next season in general, aside from that 1 win. And then we have Zachary Chambers, had the lowest of the rookies. He didn't really do too much in his rookie campaign, so to speak. And he only had led 5 laps, which was the least of any Pokemon Cup Series driver this season. Even less than Seth Cole and Joshua Michaels. They actually led a couple laps on their way to win. Chambers had the least of all the active drivers, only led 5 laps the entire run. That was pretty strange. But anyway, Mason Wood, 40th, also had a bad season as well in his comeback years. Trying to come back, and well, not a really good start for the comeback. Wood might have to rethink next season. Chris Washer, 39th, the number 4 machine, did struggle a bit, but it had that 1 win. It wasn't enough, though, getting in the chase because he was really inconsistent in terms of finishes. He only had 1 other top 5. Even after the win, he only had 1 other top 5 for him, so that was not a good statistic for him. That's how he didn't get in the chase, despite that 1 win. Luke Walker, though, he'd come back in the final couple races with 2 wins for TA2, which was good. But in the beginning, he didn't really have a great start. Really never had a good start in the season. Aaron Frank also had 2 wins, but they came too late. If he had 2 wins before the chase, he probably would have been a favorite to win the championship. But well, he came that 2nd win during the chase, and he was already out by the time they already reached it. So Frank had a tough season. Pichu and Lawler didn't have any wins, but they did try at least, and that's all I can say about them. Ian Duddy, he had a win at one point before he was replaced by Rochester, so the 17 machine himself is a 3-time winner with Duddy as the first winner, And the next two were won by David Rochester. Unfortunately, though, they had the driver change, which disqualified them from the chase. And Dutta would have been a favorite to win. He would have had like 10 top 10s, and the simulation gone, and he stayed on his car. Connor Vale didn't do so good either, 33rd. We should hope that Preston comes back next season. If not, Connor will have to step it up next season to prove his worth in the Beaumont Cup Series. Zach Goldback, he was the highest point stander last season. This season he's 32nd. Not really a good improvement. Leia Walker, by the way, 31st in points, and yeah, the highest of the TA2 drivers, but didn't do too well either. Oh, I forgot to mention Thomas had the most DNFs of any driver, with 23 DNFs. That's how he got in last place in the points. And, oh wow, I spoiled a bit of the points there. Oh well, but anyway, let's just go through all the other drivers. DJ Curtis, not too good. All his 8 top 5s were all his top 10s, so that was a pretty strange statistic for DJ Curtis. That was pretty weird. And he actually led 34 laps, which was a lot. But again, didn't have a win, so tough break. Zeke Marley had 10 top 10s along with Connor Vale, which was a good number. He came so close a couple times, so we hope to expect to see him next season for more consistent results. Nick Barney was a former champion. What a downfall for him. He's down to 28th in points. I think that was the lowest he's been in points in his career. And it's just not been it's not been the season for him. He hopes to redeem himself next season if he gets a ride next season. John McNamara had the most poles of any driver, 4, but only had 1 win. At least that 1 win got him in the chase. So he should be happy about that. Alex Bush, 26. He started off slowly, but then came back up with 2 top 5s, but didn't really have any wins to boot. So, yeah. Jordan Davis, Alex Pedro, they were chasers. They had one win each. Oh, Davis barely didn't get in the chase, by the way. Pedro knocked him out of the chase, but Davis redeems himself by winning the unedited points battle. And it was tied with Michael White, but he would own the 23rd spot because he had that 1 win, and White did not have a win, so he would own the tiebreaker. But other than that, they're almost equal in standing, except Pedro had 1 more DNF and 1 more top 5 than Jordan Davis. And that DNF for Pedro led Jordan Davis to pass him by 2 points, by a mere 2 points in the standings. Now I'll explain Michael White. Dylan Young, a 2-time winner. Happy result for him in the 1. We hope to see him next season. He was a chaser. Zachary Fitzwater, a promising rookie with 3 poles this season and a win. So a promising year for him going on next year. George Wark in 20th in the points. Didn't have a win. He came close. He had that 1 pole this season, but he came pretty close. Amy Shelley, 19th, 1 win, and she had the win in Phoenix, though. It was a simulation, though. It did count to the points. The Shelleys, though, had a pretty good year again, so they totaled for 3 wins this season, which was not bad. Dylan Thoreau, 18th, didn't make a comeback. He already confirmed that Ken Thoreau would be returning next season. Dylan's going to take the season off, so brother Ken is going to be coming back to the series next season if he does make it to signups. Should he make it to signups next season? PJ Williams, 1 win this season. PJ did pretty well, that 1 win, and kept himself in the chase for a while. Same for Jacob Cook in 16th, with 20 DNFs though, but 2 wins though, nevertheless, to get him in the chase. He fought till the end. Kyle Collins, a 3-time winner. We only had very few of them this season. I think we only had like 3 in total. Collins, we had Collins, Clover, and the 17 team. 3-time winners this season. That was like the least we've ever had in a season. Collins, 3 wins. Despite that, he dropped out of the chase very early. Avi Sachs, 14th, and this is his first season that he does not have a win in the Beaumont Cup Series. He's won in every single season he's been in, dating back to Season 2. He was in a ride every year since Season 2, and he had at least 1 victory. But the streak, unfortunately, ended this year. He didn't have a victory in Season 9. He hopes to snap it, though, trying not to make a losing streak in Season 10. John Scavnicky, 1 win. Final 4 competitor, was never close in points in real life, but Scavnicky's consistent finishes in the chase brought him into the top 4 contention. James Shelley, 12th, 2 wins for him, and stuck it out till the end. but he just lost it in the last moments. Dan Coffey 11th, 1 win, not bad run, 11th in points. Casey Clover, the leader of the wins list, of the wins column, 4 wins for him, most of any driver this season. A promising start to a rookie campaign. Jason Trost, 2 wins. He came close to Final Four. He came so close. Nick Parasols, I think he was the highest driver without a win in the chase. In 8th in the points, his best result in the points in his career, but still looking for that first career Pullman Cup win. They'll have to wait next season. John Chummer, well, Seth Cole had that 1 win. Chummer is not even in the top 10 points. Charles Sandfer came 2nd in overall in the top 4, but in actuality came 6th in the points with 2 wins and consistent poles, so he did pretty well. Pretty well for a Pullman Cup driver. He did well. Buckeye, the champion, actually finished 5th in the unedited points. He would finish 5th in the unedited points to beat out Sandfer by just 2 points. Just 2 points separate them. So that was pretty strange. So Matthew Fuller, 4th place points, but unfortunately he didn't even get in the chase didn't get in the chase. He had that 1 win come too late, so that was pretty tough for him. A tough pill to swallow. Bob Fergus had just missed out on the Sweet Elite Dirty Dozen by a tiebreaker. He would have finished 3rd in the points had it not been edited. And here's the strange part. Connor Breton would have won the championship unedited points by just 1 point. Just 1 point over Jack Blake. Very strange. It is really, really strange. Like, Connor Breton would have beaten Jack Blake by just 1 point. A mere point separated the top 2 in unedited points from each other. Well, Connor Breton had his best season yet, undoubtedly. And just too bad, though, he just didn't make it to the Elite 8. But he had his best season yet. In terms of points, it would have been his greatest season yet. He had the least DNFs of any driver with 9. And, well, yeah, he was consistent. Most top 10s of any driver, most top 5s of any driver, though, went to Daniel Coffey. Surprisingly, he has 10 top 5s in the pole this season, so he owns that. And a couple drivers are tied with 14 top 10s. We had a 5-way tie for the most top 10s in the season. Jack Blake, Bob Fergus, Jeffre Buckeye, Charles Sandfer, and Kyle Collins in a 5-way tie. Chummer, some of those top 10s came with Seth Cole, so Chummer shouldn't even been counted. Shouldn't have been counted. So, oh wait a minute, Collins had 4 poles as well, so he ties with McNamara for the most poles in a season. 4 this season. So that was a strange feat. Really strange feat. So, who completed the most laps? I've got to wonder. It is Charles Sandfer. He completed the most laps, 768 laps completed. So that was the most of any driver this season. I think it was Kyle Collins that led the most laps this season. 58 laps he led in the season, in terms of the season. So he had the most laps led of any driver in the Pullman Cup Series. And let's just see any other weird statistics we should see. Earnings. Okay. Wait. Sorry about that. Look at that. The earnings is between 900,000 and stuff. Looks like Jack Blake, I think, would have earned more points than the other drivers. So that would have been strange, huh? But interestingly, Breton won the overall points championship by 1 point over Jack Blake. That is really, really strange. But again, points were reset before the chase. So Breton is not the champion. Jeffre Buckeye is, in terms of being the Final Four. So congratulations, Jeffre Buckeye, on becoming Season 9 champion. And I want to thank everybody for competing in Season 9 of the NASCAR Pullman Cup Series. It was a fun season, and we can't wait to do it again in Season 10. I'll let you know when signups will be up for Season 10. They will be for the first time up on P2 London instead of TA2. Just to let you know, the signups next season for Season 10 will be on P2 London, not on TA2, but on P2 London. I have not set up a date yet, but when I do, I will have a signups info video on P2 London letting you know when Season 10 signups will open. And that's the part where you'll have to reserve a ride for Season 10 if you can't make it to signups on that day. Do not reserve a ride in this race. You will not be answered. You will not be responded. So you must wait until the signups info video comes out for that. In that video, to reserve a ride for Season 10. Not on this video, the signups info video that's coming up soon, if I have the time to do it. So anyway, I want to thank everyone for another terrific season of Season 9. Shout out to Jordan Davis. He made the intros, the logos for everything. I want to give him a big shout out to him. Jordan Davis, he does wonderful logos. Awesome job. And if you want him to do your series' logos, let him know. Through Mr. Yap's YouTube channel. Let him know. Because he's really good. He's really good. So anyway, hope you enjoyed Season 9. Be sure to have liked, comment, and subscribe in every race. And the P2 London move, I want to thank everyone who's followed through from moving Season 9 to TA2, from TA2 to P2 London. We're going to be going back to P2 London for Pokemon Cup races for a little while because I lost the over 15-minute gift on TA2, and you probably, if you saw the biggest update in TA2 history video, you'll know why. So I'm not going to explain that and go into that detail. I'm going to just say congratulations to Jeffre Buckeye in the championship. Thank you, and thank you all for competing in the Pokemon Cup Season 9. Hope to see most of you, not all of you, back for Season 10. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed this season. We'll see you guys later.